Heartwarming story. The Little Wooden Bowl.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, there lived an old man named Grandpa James. He had kind eyes, a big smile, and a heart full of love. Grandpa James lived with his son Harry, daughter-in-law Rosie, and his cheerful little grandson, Mike. Grandpa James was very old. His hands would shake when he tried to hold things, and his back was bent from all the years of working hard in the fields. He couldn't walk very fast, and sometimes he forgot things. But Mike loved him very much. Every evening, the family sat down to eat dinner together. They laughed, shared stories, and passed around warm soup and bread. But one night, something happened. Grandpa James tried to pick up his bowl of rice, but his hands were too shaky. The bowl slipped from his hands. Crash! It broke on the floor and the food spilled everywhere. "Oh no, not again!" Rosie said, upset. "You're always making a mess, Dad," said Harry. Harry looked at his father and sighed. "Maybe it's better if you eat by yourself in the corner, Father. It's easier to clean up that way." So from the next day, Grandpa James sat alone during dinner. No one talked to him much. Rosie gave him his food in a wooden bowl so he wouldn't break it again. He sat quietly in the corner while the others laughed at the table. Mike missed his grandpa at the table. He didn't understand why Grandpa James had to eat alone. One afternoon, Harry came home early and saw little Mike sitting in the backyard. He had a small piece of wood and was carefully carving it with a spoon. "What are you doing, Mike?" Harry asked curiously. Mike smiled. "I'm making a wooden bowl, Father." "A bowl? Why do you need a bowl?" Harry asked, a little confused. Mike looked up with his big brown eyes and said, "So I can give it to you and Mom when you're old, just like Grandfather. You can eat in the corner too." Harry's eyes filled with tears. His heart hurt. He suddenly understood how unfair and unkind he had been. That night, Harry and Rosie looked at each other and knew what they had to do. They went to Grandpa James, who was eating quietly in the corner. Harry held his father's hand. "Dad, we're so sorry. We forgot how important you are. Please come back and sit with us at the table." Rosie gave him a warm hug and said, "You're part of this family, always." Grandpa James smiled. His eyes sparkled, and he hugged little Mike tightly. From that day on, Grandpa James sat at the table with everyone. Mike sat right beside him, listening to his stories and laughing with joy. And the whole family was happy once more. Moral of the story: always be kind to your elders. One day, you will grow old too. Treat others the way you would want to be treated, with love and respect. Let's learn some of the important vocabularies and their meanings from the story. Peaceful, calm and quiet. Example: once upon a time, in a peaceful little village. Village: a small group of houses in the countryside. Example: in a peaceful little village, there lived an old man. Daughter-in-law: the wife of one's son. Example: he lived with his son Harry, daughter-in-law Rosie. Cheerful: happy and full of good spirits. Example: his cheerful little grandson, Mike. Shaky: not steady, trembling. Example: his hands were too shaky. Bent: curved from age or use. Example: his back was bent from all the years of working hard. Spilled: to cause something to fall out. Example: the food spilled everywhere. Upset: unhappy or angry. Example: oh no, not again. Rosie said, upset. Sighed: let out a deep breath. Example: Harry looked at his father and sighed. Corner: a place where two walls meet, often used to isolate. Example: maybe it's better if you eat by yourself in the corner. Carving: cutting or shaping something. Example: Mike was carefully carving it with a spoon. Curiously: eager to know or learn. Example: Harry asked curiously. Confused: unable to understand. Example: Harry asked, a little confused. Sparkled: shined or glowed brightly. Example: his eyes sparkled, and he hugged little Mike tightly. Elders: older people, often respected. Example: always be kind to your elders. Respect: admiration or consideration for others. Example: treat others with love and respect.